Hi guys, JB and Minot here, and these are my pickups for the middle of July 2016. Okay, let's get started. I bought a couple of NES games. This one's for $5 at my local Rock 30 Games. 8 Eyes. Looks like a hack and slash. I don't know what it's about. I bought it because it was $5. And Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. I believe Star Tropics was a RPG. This is the sequel. It cost me $10, so it must have not made too big an impact. Okay, now for a PSP game that I got, a racing game. I got it because of what was his name? Metal Jesus Rocks recommended it. He's big into PSP racing games. And this one, Disney Pixar's Cars. You know what? I bought it for $7. I said, why not? I didn't really care for the movie Cars. I thought it was one of the weaker Pixar entries, but they say this is a really good racing game, so. And it sold pretty well. They got a greatest hits version of it somewhere. Okay, now for a couple of 3DS games. First one is Monster Hunter Generations, which I just got Friday. Haven't played it yet. I apologize for the glare. And this one, Seventh Dragon 3 Code VFD. Apparently this comes with the game comes with a, I thought it came with a CD, but apparently it doesn't. But it comes with some kind of book. Looks like a character description book. It's got if you're into that kind of thing, you know, what the worlds look like and all that. It's basically, it's a dungeon crawler where your characters go back in different time zones to kill dragons. But really, there's nothing. It's getting good reviews. It's from Sega, which Atlas might have had something to do with it. I don't know if Atlas guys bleed over into Sega or Sega guys bleed over into Atlas, but the critics, it's a beautiful looking game. It's a dungeon crawler RPG, and the critics are giving it really good reviews. But to me, there's nothing special about the mechanics. To me, for an RPG to be special, it's, I don't know if I'll go over the title again, Seventh Dragon 3 Code VFD. To me, for an RPG to be special, it has to have special different kind of mechanics besides the old attack, skill or magic, or item, or escape option. That's all this one is. It's basically lather, rinse, repeat. Lather, rinse, repeat. Supposedly there's a mechanic where you got support in there, and it does kick in Chapter 2. You know, to me, the unique mechanics of an RPG should be introduced in almost the very first battle, like in Radiant Historia and in Bravely Default. The mechanics are pretty much introduced at the beginning of the game, whereas you got to go 2 or 3 hours to play this game before you get the support mechanics, which really isn't enough to for me to really recommend this game highly. Some people might like it. I guess Sega owns the critics or something, but so far to me it's nothing special. That's my first impression. It might get better as I play it. I don't know. But we'll see. There's that. Also, it's got a lot of things in there that I really don't like about some RPGs. Things of that nature. But we'll go on. Now for my Vita games. I got Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. I got that. And the end, or the third part of the Zero Escape trilogy, supposedly the conclusion, but you know how those series kind of series go. It's a Zero Time Dilemma, kind of a mixture of a graphic novel and a puzzle game. Haven't played it yet, but what makes these games really good are the not the graphic novel part. Those parts always kind of suck, but the puzzle portions are really pretty good. Okay, I've got this from Play Asia because they don't have it here in the U.S. as a physical copy. One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. It kind of looks like a Samurai Warriors clone, but it basically tells the story of One Piece from the beginning to a certain and I don't know how far the story goes, but there's that. I like One Piece. Some of the games are hit and miss. The last Vita game I played on One Piece was really good. I really liked it. But there's that. Now for what could be one of my favorite games on the Vita. Not my favorite, but one of my favorite. Grand Kingdom. It's a 2D, kind of a when you battle, it's a 2D RPG type game. That reminds you of Valkyrie Chronicles. Basically, you start out in the world and you're with a team, and you're a team of mercenaries. And what you do is when you move about in a grid. Okay, the land's divided into grids. And you have so many moves per quest. Each time you move on a grid, it's a move. Or it's called a move. Like a chess piece. And you have so many moves to beat the objectives. Some objectives you just got to get from one place to another and survive. Some objectives you might have 3 different places you got to defend and the enemy's closing in on them, and you have to find a way to stop all of these enemies in a certain time limit or in a certain amount of moves, turns. It's a beautiful game, beautiful animation, beautiful graphics. It looks like it's made by the same people who made. It looks like it's not. It's by NIS America, which is different, I think, from Atlas. But the old Sphere games, Dragon Crown, that's what the graphics look like to me. And the mechanics are really complex in this game. When you go into battle, when you run into an enemy, you see a side-scrolling or a side view perspective. And what you do is you have to move your people close to the enemy to get close enough to use your weapons. And you gotta do it, and you can manipulate the enemy into going into where there's artillery, and you have to be very careful where you aim because you could very well end up hitting one of your guys. But the battle mechanics are excellent. It's just a beautiful game. I think it's one of my favorite games so far on the Vita. It's a blast to play. The menus are a little more complex than I care for, and a little bit confusing, but you can use resources to stop the enemies from getting to where they need to go before you get to them, and it's like a big giant board game kind of, but it's excellent game. I love this game. It's called Grand Kingdom, and they got the demo out on the PS Vita store, PSN store, so you can check it out. But I love this game, and there's that. Okay, guys, those are my pickups so far for the month of July. I want to give a special shout out to the police in Baton Rouge. Right now they're being attacked, or they were attacked just a few hours ago. And I pray for France and Turkey. I pray that Turkey stays a secular country. I pray that Erdogan, who tends to lean toward tyranny and dictatorship, doesn't get his way. And I pray for the people of Nice, France. I pray for France that they find peace and they take care of these bastards who are killing their people left and right. In the meantime, you guys have a great July and have a great summer so far. And I'll see you soon. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Just when I thought I found you.